The signal first appeared as a barely noticeable distortion in the soft static of deep space radio arrays. Scientists in Antarctica caught it at midnight, coded in patterns that mimicked the pulse of a human heart, led by Dr. Leila Ansari, a Pakistani-American physicist, famous for her calm under pressure. The team worked out of a cramped, windowless control room beneath Geneva. Her team was anything but ordinary. Javier Delgado, an engineer whose laughter could break tension like glass. Nia Freeman, ex-military, scarred and steady. Sungmin Park, a biologist who believed all life was poetry. And Dmitry, their grumpy but brilliant Russian hacker. Even their ship, Odyssey, was cobbled together from international modules, more patchwork than masterpiece. Within hours, a dozen other stations confirmed it, and within days the world's attention shifted from political bickering to the question burning across every screen. Who was calling, and what did they want? A new star so close it set the hull aglow. Before them, a city floated in the void, built on coils of gravity, shifting with each breath. Structures were half organic, shaped by forces unknown. Their instruments couldn't agree. Metal and biology, warmth and chill, physics bent at the edge of reason. No threat, no welcome, only truth. While governments scrambled, arguing over protocol, small group at the International Deep Space Initiative call, sign IDs, I made their own move. When the message's coordinates triangulated above the Pacific, governments launched their best ships, and the greeter awaited them. A being of light and bone, human-like, but shimmering with subtle iridescence. Its name was Ilion, envoy of the Council of Remnants. This is not about sacrifice. It's about breaking the cycle of loss. We don't leave anyone behind. Together, they refused, linking hands. Give us the chance to fix it, flaws and all. The garden shimmered, shifting, and Ilion nodded. Unity over sacrifice. Humanity has learned. Alarms blared, cried, screamed at Ilion, at each other. Leila, exhausted, offered to give up her own share, starving herself. Ancient technology unfolded. Maps of lost worlds, blueprints for healing the planet, the secrets of energy and renewal. The world watched, breath held, as the team broadcast the Council's message, and the blueprints live, refusing to let any one nation claim the gift. But there was a final warning. This knowledge will only bloom if shared. Should you hoard it, it will wither. Only unity sustains the gift. But the world had seen the team's trials. Their suffering and defiance streamed in real time. Every year, on the anniversary of the signal, people gathered beneath the stars, holding up lights in silent tribute to the day humanity was tested and chose for once to be more than itself. Ordinary people, scientists, students, refugees, children rose up, demanding unity, demanding hope. She'd remember that city of light, the faces of her team, the weight of every choice. Sometimes she'd weep, but mostly she'd smile. The others joined until there was nothing left to give. It wasn't enough. The Odyssey was pulled into a new test, the labyrinth of empathy. A city of refugees, half-starved, begged for help. The team had to divide their limited supplies. Every choice left someone wanting. Every attempt at fairness led to new problems, disease, violence, anger. Some would die, no matter what. But the signal changed, focusing on the Odyssey alone. They were forced to watch visions of Earth in crisis, floods swallowing cities, fires blackening forests, wars and poverty unchecked. Ilion appeared, somber. You have learned a lesson all must face. You cannot save everyone, but you must try. You endure not because you are perfect, but because you refuse to give up. Each was told, you could end this trade, all your memories, your very self, for the cure. Do you accept? Most civilizations, Ilion explained, made the trade, losing themselves and collapsing within a generation. That night, Leila had a dream. A city of light beneath the sea, humming with impossible music. The reward was knowledge, peace, the power to heal worlds. Each crew member, isolated, shown a vision. Earth at peace. Perfect. Every dream realized, but in every vision, they were alone. Only by shattering the illusion, choosing loneliness and struggle with others over paradise alone, could they escape. You must prevail, not for yourselves, but for all humanity. Punishment for failure, oblivion, silent return to the dark. They had to solve a problem in physics, but every correct answer erased a memory, while every wrong answer brought back a painful moment from their past. Layla, sweating, solved equations while reliving the day her mother died, the moment her brother vanished during a riot. Instead, the council's voice spoke from everywhere, solemn and proud. You have endured the trials. You have chosen unity, memory, empathy, and imperfection. These are the seeds of greatness. There, Ilion told them. Choose one among you to remain behind only, then may the rest proceed. Immediately, tensions rose. Dmitri, ever the cynic, offered himself, but the rest refused. They argued, pleaded, fought until Nia stepped forward. I was trained to lay down my life. Let me give it meaning. Nia's hands shook as she faced memories of war, gunfire echoing in her ears. Sungmin, smiling even as tears ran down, gave away his memory of the ocean to solve a puzzle about gravity. Most civilizations failed, too proud, too violent, too fearful to pass. The test changed for every species, reflecting their deepest fears. She woke sweating, sure it was more than a dream. Every hour the signal grew stronger. One night the stars shifted and possibly folded. A gate appeared, a circle of shimmering blue. They had no orders but one. Observe, don't provoke. Either we go, she said, staring down the team, or we wonder for the rest of our lives. The launch was sudden, unofficial, broadcast to the world through leaks and live feeds. Watched as the public, hungry for heroes, watched as the Odyssey slipped beyond the moon's shadow. There was no grand speech, just Layla whispering to herself, for everyone who's ever dreamed of more. It took days to reach the coordinates. Odyssey entered the gate. The universe vanished. For a moment, there was only darkness, and then light. Single voice, calm, genderless, speaking perfect English, code through every system. Welcome, children of soul. They docked, nerves rattling. The airlock hissed. You are here for the judgment, Ilion said. Leon explained. Billions of years ago, an alliance of ancient species set a test for every world reaching the edge of its system. Layla's team were told, you will face challenges of mind, heart, and unity. The first test seemed simple. A room where time shifted. They finished, each hollowed, haunted, but alive. The second test took them to a garden of light, but Layla saw through it. The next trial was the hardest. Javier, shaken, answered, if we forget who we are, what's the point of saving the world? Suddenly, the ship trembled. They fought, the city vanished. The final test was silent. When they awoke, the ship's systems flickered. Leon was gone. City reformed, welcoming them to its core. Returning through the gate, the Odyssey emerged above the Pacific, battered but whole. There was chaos. Governments tried to seize control. Corporations scrambled to buy influence. The powerful resisted change. The changes were slow, uneven, but relentless. Forests regrew, cities healed, old enemies forged alliances. Layla, older now, would sometimes sit by the ocean, listening to the pulse of the tide. Because when the universe called, humanity had answered not with perfection, but with stubborn, hopeful defiance. And somewhere, in the cold dark, the Council of Remnants watched and whispered, they have begun.